Messmer the Impaler boss fight because it was a little tricky for me.
Of gold, shallow.
So this is going to be located at the top of the map over here at the Shadow Keep, and I'm going to guide you from the first Sites of Grace to the last one. So the first one, there will be a boss in this room that you will fight, and then you'll proceed to the west through this opening over here, and you can just follow along as I'm going. As we arrive here at the second Site of Grace, this is probably the trickiest one because it's very easy to get lost in this room. So as you follow along with me here, you're going to go ahead and go along this path here. You're going to go to the right. You're going to go up the stairs here, and you're going to go take the first immediate left. This is the tricky part. You have to go left over here, and then after these bookcases, you go right, and you'll see there's another staircase here, and then you're going to keep going up all the stairs until you get to the very top, and you just follow along in the same direction that I'm heading over here. So we're going to be going to the middle of this like chamber, and you see there's like a statue that's hanging of a person. You're going to run for the feet, and you're going to jump on the feet and run up the body to kind of go to the next floor. So as you get off here, you'll arrive at the next Site of Grace.
fidgety. I should wipe you clean off the page. Oh. Oh. I'm afraid I'm busy. Curse, I should have asked. I'm afraid I'm truly. Make sense of this jumble. I'm afraid truly. It's a good place to meet your end. Warriors, you know, any fight will be your last.
Hospitality.
Welcome back to Elden Ring. In this video we are going through how you can reset/revive NPCs. And just quickly before we do the video, if you're not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, support the creator. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description, and let's get into it. So as soon as you start the game, you're going to come up to the first step. For this, you will have needed to take down a few bosses, not any of the main story bosses or anything like that, but you will have needed to make your way up to Caria Manor. And there is a boss in this moon-gazing grounds called Loretta. You need to have taken down Loretta in order to do this, at least for the first merchant for this item we're going to need. But at the first step, you're going to see a character over here called White-Faced Var or Vare, but stick to just calling him Whiteface. He is going to give you a quest that's going to give you the Bloody Finger, but not only that, you can make your way to Morgan, farm runes and all that sort of stuff. He opens up a lot of opportunities. Also, over at the Waypoint Ruined Cellar, there is a vendor there that sells spells and stuff known as Sorcerer Selen, and if you attack her, she's going to disappear. She'll never be there again. So most of the important NPCs, the ones that down Loretta in order to do this,
So perhaps you... Oh, when I'm upset, if you come too close, I am after. You don't know.
this, at least for the first merchant for this item we're going to need. But at the first step, you're going to see a character over here called White-Faced Var or Vare, but stick to just calling him Whiteface. He is going to give you a quest that's going to give you the Bloody Finger, but not only that, you can make your way to Morgan, farm runes and all that sort of stuff. He opens up a lot of opportunities. Also, over at the Waypoint Ruin Cellar, there is a vendor there that sells spells and stuff known as Sorceress Selen, and if you attack her, she's going to disappear. She'll never be there again. So most of the important NPCs, the ones that have like vital quest lines to the story and stuff, you are going to be able to revive them or reset them. When it comes to characters like the Knight that's over at Warmaster's Shack, the one that drops the Beast Champion armor, and later in the game if you don't kill him you can get the Bloody Wolf armor, you can't revive an NPC like that because their quest line isn't vital to the story. Sorceress Selen has a quest line involving one of the main bosses or one of the non-optional sort of bosses to progress and go to different areas, and then Whiteface has the quest to obtain the Bloody Finger for PvP. So what you're going to do once you have unlocked everything, you're going to need a little amount of runes, 5,000 for this merchant, and if you just Google Celestial Dew, you'll find other places that you can get it. Some places you can just obtain it without having to pay anything, but there are 2 merchants in the game, as far as I am aware, that will sell you this item. One being 5,000 runes, the other being 7,500. But providing you have made your way to Liurnia Lake, so you can either do that by going to Stormhill Shack, following this path all the way up. At the end of the bridge, drop down to the left, follow it into the rock formation, round to the left-hand side. There will be a passage in there, you follow that all the way round. You go around the outside of the castle, or if you have defeated Godric and you've made your way out of the castle to lake-facing cliffs, then you need to come all the way up here, over on the top left, and you need to access Caria Manor. If you followed my mage builds for the astrologer, you should have this unlocked. So what I'm going to do is fast travel and show you how to get to this vendor to get this item. So when you are at Caria Manor, if you head out the north side of the manor itself, this is from the Moongazing Grounds, so you head into Three Sisters. If you follow this wall all the way south, you've got to be careful here because there's a gigantic dragon in the distance. Somewhere over to my right, I can hear him stomping around. But when you get to this section here, you're going to have a little split. You are going to see this, like top of this tower. If you drop down onto here, come all the way along and on to this section right here, drop down again, and then once more you want to drop down. Then when you get to this rooftop, you're going to see a ladder. You are going to descend down the ladder, and you will at this point be just above the site of grace. That is mana lower level, but this is the only way to get up here. So over here you'll have this person doing whatever they're doing. They are a vendor. If you talk to them, you can go into their purchase tab, and you are going to have things like an Ash of War. You're going to have a Ripple Blade weapon, a black leather shield, but there you have Celestial Dew. It says carry out absolution at the Church of Vows. So what we're going to do from here, after you've purchased that for 5,000 runes, if you make your way to the, like back down to the lake, you come to the right hand side, you'll have the Church of Vows. To access this, you would start from Eastern Liurnia Lake Shore, follow the path all the way up and round, and then just come up and into the church. When you get to this Church of Vows, you're going to see like it looks like a little fountain sort of thing right in front of you. When you have a Celestial Dew, I don't have one on me, but you're going to tone, and it's going to say, like right now, I don't need absolution. But if you have killed any of the really important NPCs, if you have aggroed them and they won't reset or anything, it's going to say, would you like to get absolution or whatever it says. You select yes, you use the item, and then when you return to the NPCs, it's going to have reset them. The really important ones to the game will have been revived if you've killed them, And if you've just set them off and you've aggroed them, because with Whiteface and Sorcerer, well, with Sorcerer Seller she disappears. With Whiteface, every single time you come back to the first step, he's going to aggro, and he's going to try and mess you up. But if you do the absolution at the Church of Bells after obtaining the Celestial Dew, that's going to reset the NPCs. So you could be 50 hours into your playthrough, you could have annoyed every single NPC in the game, you come to the Church of Vows with that item, you receive absolution or whatever it is, and that resets all the NPCs that are important. So as I said, grab a Celestial Dew, bring it to the Church of Vows, atone at this like little pond thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say this fountain. And once you've done that, it will reset the NPCs. If you want to find more Celestial...
Oh, was you are free. I would serve if you find it, unless in which case. Oh, what have very well heresy all things. I good has been restored. Be mind the serenity and take care.
Where we are currently, and let's proceed to the next location. So go ahead and follow me as we go ahead and run there. So there is some tough enemies up here. Trying to run past them was a little bit hard because, man, they're really annoying. But just go ahead and either fight them or run past them. It's up to you. We're not taking these stairs over here, though I do encourage you to explore this place in its entirety when you can. I'm just leading you to the exact boss fight location. So once you get into the next area, you're going to head north, and you're just going to follow around this entire loop and just follow along with me.
Oh my lord, why ever make sense of this jumble?
As soon as you get to the top of the stairs here, there is a new site of grace as well as the NPC Freya who you can speak to. So that's there. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave this area. This is probably the trickiest part for some people too, is you go over this little bridge. And from here, you're actually going to jump down the balcony on the inside here. And if you keep heading southeast the way that we're going right now, you'll see there is a lever that you can pull on the ground here, which is going to rotate the big thing in the middle of this entire like place. You can see it's moving there. It's going to align a platform that we can run across on that side over there. So we just have to wait for it. You can see it's going to align there, and we just have to go ahead and go to that side and go ahead and stand on top of it and run across. So go ahead and follow me like this. Now this enemy up here is a little bit difficult, but if you do kill them, you will get some nice rewards. You're going to get a pretty cool helmet, as well as the Ash of War Flame Spear, which was that thing she kept stabbing us with. Now if you go ahead and you open up this door, there's a Skadu tree fragment on the ground, and there's a staircase on the left. When you go up here, this is going to lead to a Site of Grace, and this is the last one before the boss, because the boss is, as you guessed it, behind those doors. So this is here on the map at this location, just in case you're interested. And yeah, I wish you guys good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
You know how few changes on a website can somehow take weeks to ship? With Framer, that's over. Because while your site lives here, it also lives here. Designers and marketers the freedom to update and publish all of it. Developers focus on the big stuff.